Alright guys, it's been one of them days, let me tell you. It's been raining since last night. I had a tarp load. I actually got a break. I got a break in the weather here for most of the unloading and untarping and rolling the tarp. But it started coming down right at the end right there. But the real story here is not even the weather. It's this place I delivered to. It's I think they're Amish Mennonites because they got equipment they're operating here, so they're not your Orthodox Amish. In Munfordville, Kentucky, there's a big Amish population down here. Most people think of Lancaster, PA, for the Amish, and I've delivered to some of their places too. Their woodworking places. I just delivered a load of lumber. Come out of the state of Maine. So yeah, this was I wouldn't say it was the tightest place I've been, but it's definitely ranks up there with one of the tighter places to go into, especially with a spread axle. And that's a whole story too. I had to get loaded closed axle because it was the state of Maine. And then when I got out of Maine, I had to open them up, and I got this old ass trailer. Man, let me tell you, I fought to open them up. I had to because of my weight and everything. Trying to back up in this hole here. They all like to say, "Oh, we get trucks in there all the time, this and that." And, let me throw on my traction control here because I'm empty now. And I need to get some traction here. And hopefully we can get out of here without incident. They're burning something back here. I don't know what the hell it is. Yeah, I got the spread. I was going to close it, but I'm going to pick up a load of sheetrock. And he said it was going to be a drop and hook. But I don't want to have to get back over there and open them again, so I'm going to try to get out of here with them spread. I got the spot. It's just I'm worried about my front tires coming over and getting stuck. Well, let me check something. Make sure I moved them. What was the boxes back there? The headache rack. Yeah, we get these loads sometime and people don't understand that it ain't always what you think it's gonna be. That's for sure. I'm gonna have to get over a little bit more. My front end, I got the tail end. It's my front end. It's my front end that I gotta get over, because over here on the right it drops down, and I don't want to get stuck in that shit. God dog it. They're watching me now. Now, if my axles was closed, I probably would have made it. Like I said, I'm more concerned with the front. That's why I asked them when I first delivered. The first thing I asked them was, "Hey, is there somewhere where I could turn around in here?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, you could turn around and da da da." And you know, it's always, they always, oh, we get trucks in here all the time and all this. And I'm like, yeah. Man, I can't seem to, worried about my right side there. Try it again. I'll have to get on their grass a little bit. That's all I can do. Like I said, you would think that they would have a bigger spot here. Man, it's doing the same shit. I might have to open the motherfuckers. See, he's coming out with the forklift, but he's finna help me. Probably gonna have to get out of here for a minute. But yeah, my front end, I'm worried about the front end. When my front comes over to follow the trailer, I'm gonna end up over here in this ditch. And that's what I don't want, see? Because my front's gonna get stuck. And then I can't fucking get out. Now, it's ass backwards ass shit they got over here, man. See if I can get past here. Try it a different way here. Oh, I can back. You believe that? I can definitely back. It's just like I said, it's my front. When I swing around, what I'm saying, man, they all got it figured out, but ain't none of them goddamn a dry truck. Sound like a fucking train or something coming through. Unreal. Yeah. I'm probably going to have to close my axles. That's probably what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to close them. Get on level ground right here. I'm going to close them. And then I'll be able to make that turn. Get back out here in this goddamn rain after I just kind of changed clothes. I ain't got no choice, man. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, guys, y'all missed it. I had to slide the. I had to close my axles, and then there was an SUV behind me, waiting to get past, going up right at my ass, knowing damn well there ain't nowhere to go. So I just pulled up to the left a little bit so that they could get by, because they act like they didn't want to wait on me. They wasn't going nowhere. If I'd have stayed in the middle, they wasn't going nowhere. And now these guys have come out the shop and they watching me. They probably saying, "Oh, this guy can't back. This guy's having difficulty." No, I know what to do. See, once you hit something, then that's where you're screwed, see? And that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to hit something. Like I said, it's with the axles are spread, and anybody that knows this, this truck becomes very much longer than it usually is when they're closed. See, when they're closed, it's nothing, you know. But like I said, I was gonna leave them open because I'm going to get some sheetrock. I'm gonna drop the trailer, but I don't want to have to open them again because I've already had problems sliding this trailer. It's a Benson trailer, and it's just an older trailer, so it's not as easy to slide them. Whereas we have the newer trailers, the Rethlingers, which are a lot easier to work with. The only problem with the Rethlingers, you can only open and close. You can't set them to like say you just wanted to move it a hole or two for weight. You're not going to be able to do that. See. All right, I'm gonna get my front over here a little bit. Should be able to get in, no problem. Now they standing back there like they're gonna help me or something. It's like, hopefully I don't get that front stuck. That's all I'm worried about. I don't know why he's standing back there. It's like, what are you gonna do back there? I'll be all right now. Be all right right now. Like I said, I just don't want to get the front stuck. Okay, I'm further away now. I got it now. I got it now. Ah, gracias. Necesito más espacio. Más espacio. Gracias. I told him I need more space. See, that's what I was talking about right there. What I was talking about is right there, see? Especially where that grass is. Now where the stone comes, I could ride over that. That's what I was referring to. But yeah, this truck will get, it's not four-wheel drive, so it will get stuck in a minute. This is one of these crazy ass places. Low hanging trees. They come out like, you know, that's cool they was trying to help me, but ain't nothing really they can do. I mean, what they need to do is they need to make a turnaround back here, whether they got to move some fences like on a permanent, because they say they get trucks back here all the time. Whatever the situation is, they need to rectify it. I ain't the first one to come in here and had a problem with a spread axle. And if you're bringing something heavy, now I will tell you, when I deliver in the cities and it's tight turns, what I will do is if I know I'm going into a tight city spot, I'll go ahead and close my axles before I get it like deep in there. Like I'm past the scales, I've already ran over the scales, now I get into the city area and I'll go ahead and close them. That way my turning radius will be a lot better, because you'll get into places like central Philadelphia and you can't even make a right-hand turn with them closed, okay? Let alone being open. You're going to take out a whole bunch of shit. Now you see how narrow this road is. It kind of reminds me of the road out there in front of my house at home. And then there's a nice little mountain that I came down coming in. I mean, I'm several miles off the main road. Like I'm back in the cut here. Okay. mostly Amish live back here because I can tell they ain't got no cars and vehicles. Turn my flashes off here. They ain't got no cars or vehicles or nothing. Most of them got plain Jane. You know, on a normal day they'd have their clothesline out. They hang their clotheslines like really high in the air. I don't know how to get them up there. I need to find out. That's actually a good idea. I mean, it keeps it. I don't know if they got some type of pulley system, but they'll wash their clothes and hang them, and man, they'll be way off the ground, man. So I ain't quite figured that out yet. But see these low-lying trees here and everything. Now there was some Amish kids when I came in. Right here, just turn up ahead here. Okay, here comes the SUV. Let me see. They're gonna turn here. No, they're going straight. Yeah, there was about 3 kids right here, and they seen me come and they were waving, little Amish kids, and I blew the horn at them. You know, kids love that type of stuff here. See, you can tell, like, there's branches down. This was down when I came through here earlier. But I didn't, you know, I looked on Google. I didn't think it was going to be this narrow. I knew it was back in the woods, but I didn't think it was going to be this narrow. So I got 2.7 miles just to get out here to KY 88, which is a little bit more of a normal road. But you'll see here in a minute what I'm talking about. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of my street at home. It's pretty narrow. I mean, when you got two vehicles passing each other, you know, you got to really hug the right side. And sometimes you have to stop because some of these people, like, they won't hug the side and they'll come flying through there. I think the road out there in my house is 20 or 25 mile an hour. Man, ain't nobody do that down there. I mean, everybody flies through 45, 50 mile an hour. See, like, these ain't Amish because they got cars and everything. But yeah, see these low-lying hanging trees here. I mean, they're all through here. But I'm running a little bit behind on my pickup, but it's okay because they got it preloaded, which is good. This place I'm going to, they preload sometimes. Sometimes you get a preload, and then dispatch tried to call me twice. They tried to call me last night. I was on my break, and then they tried to call me today. And I left the phone in the truck because of the rain. I don't want my phone to get wet. It's an old iPhone, but you know, I ain't trying to replace it just yet. But anyway, this load here I brought out of Maine, like I said, and it was a little bit out of route, but I decided to stop off in Indianapolis and see Jasmine, which is my fiance. She's up there with her family for a little while. And I told her, I said, I can do a 10-hour break. And I said, that's about it. I haven't really too much met that part of the family yet. And so I said, well, I can get there about a mile away from you and have them drop you off. And I said, in the morning, we'll wake up. You come stay in truck with me for the night. We'll wake up and I'll drop you off in the morning. She was trying to get me to park at this little store. It was 0.3 miles. I mean, it's literally walking distance to her apartment or her family's apartment. And I looked on Google, it just looked really tight, especially in the daytime. I would have got there at 4 o'clock yesterday. There's a laundromat, a Mexican restaurant, a daycare, a family dollar, a little small plaza. These little hanging trees here. Yeah, you can't get in a hurry, man. Really nice manicured and cured lawns around here. I tell you what, I like that wall they got there. Got plenty of firewood. We're back in the hills of Kentucky, but anyway, So yeah, she was able to come by. I told her she worked yesterday too, so she got off. I told her, I said, well, when you go home, I said, just eat something and take a shower and come on to the truck. And because I haven't physically seen her in 3 months. I see her every day on video. And then she ended up taking half my fruit, half my bag of peanuts. She took my pack of my gum, my chiclets, and what else? Oh, she hit me up for $100 for some shoes. She's already told me she needed some shoes for work, and I was supposed to go spend Mother's Day with her, which in their culture is the 30th of May. Let me shut this traction control off. I don't need that anymore. But she wanted me to but they're moving from the apartment. They're going to a house, and so they couldn't give me a for sure date, but it looks like it's going to wind up around the end of the month, and I didn't want to be up there visiting while they're moving. And I told her, I said, well, you got to kind of be there helping them, because you're staying with them right now, so you know it's not going to look right if you take off with me. And I do flatbed trucking. I ain't trying to do nothing physical. I ain't trying to be lazy or not helpful, but I'm not trying to be working. I take 2 or 3 days off. I'm not trying to be doing some moving furniture and shit. Not to be mean to anybody, but see this shit, man? You know what I'm talking about? Coming back here with a spread axle in a sleeper, you know. So we're climbing up now. Let's see, we got about 2 hours to our next pickup. I ain't even ate nothing today. It's already 11:11 in the morning. I haven't even eaten. I had coffee this morning, got up at 4. And this is just how some of my days go, man. Well, a lot of my days, actually. See, you want to swing way out right here, because you don't want to drop your tandems. Nope, here we go. Hauling ass. Get your dumb ass out the way. See, I couldn't really hug too far to the left. Drainage coming there. You know, some of these people, I don't care what state you're in. You know, I live in Tennessee. Even in Tennessee, look at this one. Ain't even got his lights on. Look at this idiot. About as dumb as a box of damn rocks. They ain't Amish, but they're freaking probably hillbillies. There's a little store, probably a Amish store. But haven't been bringing too many videos lately. I just, like I said, I've been swamped, been busy. Haven't had a whole lot of time. You know, I worked 2 weeks, worked off recaps my second week. So I didn't get normally on the weekend, at least Saturday or Sunday, I don't even like to move the truck, because that's the only way I really get any rest is like go nowhere. So for 14 or 15 days straight, I work. Now a couple of days I might have worked 6, 7 hours, 8 hours working off recaps, but anyway, it's nice, you know, and that's why I tell Jeff, she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm resting. All day. I said, Jasmine, you've been on the truck with me for a whole year. I mean, she got off and on during that year. Man, look at the father here. She got off and got on a couple times. I said, you should know more than anybody what I do out here, what I know. I said, you went 3 days without a shower. You cooked on the truck. You've helped me fold tarps. You've helped me chain machines. You've been in the freaking snow with me. I mean, we've been out there having a snowfall. We was at a customer up New York one time, upstate, and had a snowball fight. So I'm like, I said, man, out of anybody besides an actual truck driver, you should have an idea of took her to Vegas. She's been to Los Angeles. I mean, she's been to 44 states. If she'd been on the truck on this load I just dropped, she would have got 2 more states. She would have had 46 states. She would have only been lacking Vermont and Washington State. She's been everywhere else in the lower 48. So 44 states right now out of 48 is pretty damn good. But anyway, another thing I wanted to mention is this is so now my regular GPS is trying to get me to go left, but I came in from the right here, which is my car GPS. I know, don't rely on a car GPS. I'm just saying that being that I've come in here, it's probably a good idea just to go back the way I came in. Okay. So I think that's what I'm going to do, especially with my axles closed. The other thing I wanted to mention real quick before I keep rambling on is that there's a train track down here. It's got a pretty good hump on it. I've got a regular standard flatbed, but I think when I came across it, I scraped my landing gear. You probably crossed it too. You just come here. I scraped my landing gear, so. We have step deck trailers too, which sit lower, obviously, and especially that low profile step deck we got. The thing's like, I don't know, man. It's like the frame is like 6 inches off the ground. It would have got caught up on that. So if they caught a load coming over here, coming this way with a step deck, they wouldn't have made it over the tracks. I know I pull step decks too. Show it to you right quick before I cut this long video. Yeah, I'm dirty, man. I need a shower, but there's no sense getting a shower until I go get this load. And then I'm doing Utah Friday morning. Okay, this is already Tuesday. By the time I get over here and get loaded, it's probably going to be pushing 4 o'clock Eastern time. And although I still have time to drive, I mean, I'm not going to stay there. I'm going to go. Because there's no facilities out there. It's actually, I've spent the night out there before, but there ain't no bathroom, there ain't no damn shower, nothing. Yeah, this is the Interstate 65 right here underneath us. Yeah, it looked like it was right off the interstate, man. It was back here a bit further. Okay, here come another big further. Okay, so this is the way I came in, so I went wrong. Like I said, we're going to go on the railroad track here in a minute. And it's pretty, yeah, with a bobtail, yeah, you go right over. And I see some of these guys that they don't hold their legs here all the way up. And what I say to that is that do it for habit, because the one day that you don't do it, you're going to get hung up on a track like this, because you're thinking you're going down. So this is what I'm talking about. It's pretty good. They ain't got a sign up there, but I'm telling you, I scraped it. Coming the other way, I see that's a car slowing down. So let's see what we do here. Let's see if we scrape it. We're going to pull these back in the cut. Let's see if we scrape this again. If we did, it wasn't much, because I don't have the load on it. But yeah, here. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I mean, it wasn't a terrible load, but back to when I got it